Hey everybody, it's Rob from Flailthroughs. This is Gundam Battle Operation 2, and this is a request from Chris, who wanted the Zaku Machinery EB as an ambulance. Um, that works pretty well, actually. The skirt in silver makes a pretty good bumper. Mostly white and red, as an ambulance tends to be. And a lot of the ambulances around here have yellow and red loading zones, so I went with that for the backpack, and I think it works fairly well. So, yeah, took me a while to get the EB, but I like it. It has anti-beam coating, so it has extra beam defense for some of its life bar. It has a really interesting rifle, which uncharged does radiate Gerobi, sustained damage, and charged, think it does. I think it does heavy stagger, but I don't remember off the top of my head because I don't end up using it as much fully charged. It does let you charge while moving, so that is nice. It's a good setup. It has a Zaku machine gun as a sub weapon. It has a Sturmfaust. It has Birdlime. Whoever nicknamed it the Zaku Shiki, because as you can see, it does have that backpack. Is kind of right on the money. And yeah, it's a fun one. It's a good support. This is the level 1. I got that after the level 2, but before I got the request filled. So, yeah. And hit the crates with the Sturmfast. That happens sometimes. But yeah, the nice thing about the Gerobi weapons is that they do since they do radiate damage, they do build stun, which means that they are far easier to take flying mobile suits out of the sky than an instant stun weapon, because most flyers, not all, but most have some kind of protection against that. So yeah, everybody was kind of clashing on that. So I decided to just use a Sturmfaust and snag that person before they could get away. And now I'm going to go up here and luck into a tackle. Well, some luck, some actual reaction speed for once, somewhere in there. Sturmfaust did hit the legs before the iframes kicked in. And yeah, plenty of targets here. The Pixie's not a good thing for me to be fighting. It's also worse for me to have backed into this Byerlant. This is a standard Byerlant, of course, because the level 1 Zaku Machinery EB is at 500. So yeah. But yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I was going somewhere with all that, but not bad. I am however, about to croak because yeah, it was kind of rough in there. Very cramped quarters with a lot of fairly large mobile suits that take big swings. So yeah, that didn't. I did some good. I managed to get a few things done, but yeah, like getting the entirety of both enemy teams, or both teams rather. No, this was one of the few rounds I had Friday night where I didn't feel like I was dealing with two enemy teams. But yeah, like having the entirety of both teams like in that tiny little cramped space was not working for us. Not working for me at any rate. But man, that is the G5 at 500. It might be the G5 booster type, but I think it's just the standard. Not 100% sure. Um, but yeah, I actually wound up being a decent foil to that Byerlant several times, just because yeah, if I hit it with one decent beam, I can knock it out of the sky. I'm not sure how many ticks of damage it takes to stun with the beam generally, but it seems like if I can keep somebody in my sights for like a second, that'll do it. The other nice thing about the rifle is its heat is very generous. You can fire it uncharged like 3 or 4 times in a row if you're careful and not lamppost again, and not overheat it. So yeah, that's the other reason why I tend to not bother charging it. Just also because it's stop to fire, charging stop to fire weapons just really kind of screw with me a little bit. I do not do well at landing shots on those. I like to still be able to be moving when I fire to get the most out of my charging beam rifles personally. Just like the Gelgug style beam rifle is what suits my play style the most. Which does not mean I can't use the other one, just means I'm gonna mess things up sometimes, which I do. Did not have enough HP to go down there and finish off the Byerland. Hopefully somebody will do it for me. Yep, there we go. And yeah, the White Rider got me. I forgot there was a White Rider here. Every once in a while, I will see its big shield unit and, remember it's there and then just go back to, shooting whatever I can get my hands on. But yeah, we are slightly behind here. That is, we took 2 supports into this round, as I recall, and this I feel like is generally a pretty good map for that. We are hampered a little bit by the fact that there is a pixie here, which that happens. Unfortunately, because of all the places to hide, it's a good map for pixies too. And there is the pixie in question, and that was just I shouldn't have fired after I readjusted, but just sometimes, again, shaky weird hands, and sometimes they fight me. Yeah, like I said, you can fire that rifle a lot, and you can see from the blinking of the life bar that the pilot there was dodge rolling frantically to try and keep themselves from getting shot by my piercing beam, but Sturmfest did the job. And yeah, I forgot that the change to the chat a couple of months ago changed everyone's chat settings back to default. I still haven't corrected mine, so if I have all clear, I don't know where it is. So I just got out and did the defuse, and Byerland is already back in play. Yeah, 4180 for an uncharged shot, and like I said, if you're good, you can land 3 of them. I think that's pretty good. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's the White Rider or the G5 that was just shooting me, but I'll be around the corner. That's fine. Missed this narrative Gundam with my Sturmfaust, and now there's the everything, and I am down. Let's see. Yeah, 50-some seconds left. We are within spitting distance of a win, but it is, I think, going to stay just very slightly out of our reach. Because yeah, if we can just wipe the enemy team without taking any more losses ourselves, we might be able to do it, but it's going to be tight. See that person? Yeah, that person is down. There's one I can take out and did. Here's the Pixie, which yeah, between the 2 of us, we can get that. And the next 2 are underground, so there was a tank behind me. I should have hit that. But yeah, there's really not a lot of choice here but to rush them. Got the assist on that. We're within 1,000 points of it. There is 1 person left to get. And yeah, if we get it, yeah, 300 points. We were 300 points shy. I don't think it would have been enough if I had gotten it and we got an assist, but it probably would have been even more infuriatingly close. That said, yeah, I think the colors came out pretty good. So I got top score 3575 and top assist at 750. 78,000 damage, 5 and 3. Not bad. I hope you enjoyed it, Chris, and that is going to do it for today's Gundam Battle Operation 2. We'll be back soon with more. Till next time, everybody take care and have fun. Later. I really hope that in a future update they give the beam coding skill that the EB has the same changes as they just made to the Chobham armor skill, which yeah, the Chobham armor skill, I believe, no longer deteriorates your ballistic defense skill when when the armor is gone, which kind of makes sense since it's armor that you put on top of the mobile suit, and so it provides defense above and beyond the base defense scores. That's how that's supposed to work. So yeah, now that that's words. Now that losing your some fraction of your ballistic defense when that goes up isn't a thing anymore, yeah, I'd like to see an equivalent done for beam coding, because it, under the beam coding, it's still the same metal everything else is made of, so it should not, be particularly undefended against beam attacks unless unless other mobile suits are assumed to have some kind of less potent anti-beam treatment.